In 2003, I was mountain biking in February, actually late February, almost March, with some friends of mine on a dirt two-track, which actually was an ice two-track. And of course, after the trucks had been down it, it's got berms, and they're just solid ice berms. It's like concrete. And I went down on my right hip. And later I found I broke it. I had walked out of there and walked into the emergency room, and they took a picture and said, "Oh, you broke your hip," and I passed out. So I was just thinking I had a huge bone bruise or something, you know. The musculature was holding it all together. That's when I met Dr. Jones, and he repaired it. He put titanium screws in, unobtainium, very cool. And then in 2008, I was in my neighborhood going out on the last Saturday in September, and I went down really hard on my left side. And I knew then that I was not getting up. It was much worse. 4 more titanium screws. Not so cool this time. And I was lying on the gurney before the surgery, and I said, I want a bone scan, because this should not be happening. They scanned me, and my T-score is just above the osteoporosis. It's just above negative 2.5. And so I then got permission to do a injectable drug, and you inject yourself once a day. It's no biggie. The interesting thing was I was in the class for to learn how to inject myself, and everybody else in the class were women over 65. 1 out of every 4 men over 50 and 2 out of every 4 women have osteoporosis, and they don't know it. This is the silent killer. I mean, diabetes is always ranked as the silent killer, but really, I think this is, because you find out, to quote Dr. Jones, you find out when you've failed, and I don't want to fail.